Hello, you're listening to Yellow King Film Boy. So someone tweeted just the other day some audio of David Fincher calling Ben Affleck unprofessional, and the tweet got a lot of interest. It actually comes from the Blu-ray commentary of Gone Girl. So it's nothing new, but I've never heard of it before, and obviously a lot of other people on Twitter hadn't either. So I thought it might be of interest to you guys. So basically, the story goes like this. On the set of Gone Girl, for a scene, David Fincher wanted Ben Affleck to wear a Yankees baseball cap. Affleck is apparently a die-hard Red Sox fan and he refused to put it on. Affleck said at the time, "I said, David, I love you. I would do anything for you," Affleck told the New York Times in 2014, "but I will not wear a Yankees hat. I just can't. I can't wear it because it's going to become a thing. David, I will never hear the end of it. I can't do it. And I couldn't put it on my head." In addition, Affleck describes the subsequent negotiations as very Switzerland, whatever that means. It must have caused a ruckus of some kind, as this argument shut down production for 4 days. Ben Affleck's agent was brought in to mediate the conflict, while production of Gone Girl completely shut down, and during that time there was no communication, no filming, nothing. All of this over a baseball hat. Eventually they reached a compromise and Affleck wore a Mets hat and filming begun again. Here's a clip of the audio of David Fincher calling Ben Affleck unprofessional.
There's a moment described at the end of this scene where Nick Dunn has to reach into his duffel bag or his backpack and get out a baseball cap that he's bought at the airport, and he puts it on and walks away in hopes that people don't recognize him from the television and put together that that's him, that he's in their presence. And I really want it to be Yankees cap, but being from Boston and not being very professional as an actor, Ben refused to wear a Yankees cap, and it did not come to blows, but we had to shut down production for 4 days as we negotiated with Patrick Weitzel over what would be the best thing for the movie, what Patrick thought would be the best way to meet the requirements of the production and something that his client could live with, which I thought was entirely unprofessional.
So, entirely unprofessional. So was David Fincher right? I think so. It seems such a trivial thing. Surely the director calls the shots. The director decides what the actor should be wearing, how he delivers the lines, where the actor is going to stand, and what feckin' hat he's going to have on his head. To shut down film for 4 days, it must have cost the production some money. In defense for Affleck, the baseball cap and the name of the sports team on it isn't crucial to the scene, as Nick isn't trying to avoid sports talk at the airport, but rather hoping to avoid being identified as a suspect. Fincher never gave a reason why he wanted Affleck to wear the Yankees baseball cap, and if there is no significant reason, then why not just let him wear a different baseball cap? Allegedly, apart from this incident, Fincher and Affleck got on well on set. David Fincher says he cast Affleck by using Google image searching his smile. Fans of the book will know that Fincher wasn't after a million-watt movie star smile, as the director told Playboy. "You cast movies based on critical scenes. In Gone Girl, there's a smile the guy has to give when the local press ask him to stand next to a poster of his missing wife. I flipped through Google Images and found about 50 shots of Affleck giving that kind of smile. In public situations, you look at them and know he's trying to make people comfortable in the moment, but by doing that, he's making himself vulnerable to people having other perceptions about him." So it seems Fincher cast Affleck based on his inappropriate smile. He goes on to say, "In Ben's case, what many people don't know is that he's crazy smart. But since he doesn't want that to get awkward, he downplays it. I'm sure when he was a 23-year-old and all this career success shit was happening for him, he was like, I just want to go to the after party and meet J-Lo. I'm sure he said a lot of glib shit and people went, ugh, fake. If you have a lot of success when you're young and good looking, you realise it's okay to let people write you off. It's the path of least resistance. You don't want to be snowbound with them anyway. I think he's learned how to skate on charm. I needed someone who not only knew how to do that, but also to understand the riptide of perceived reality as opposed to actual reality. Affleck wasn't Fincher's first choice for the role. It has been alleged it was offered to Brad Pitt first, who turned it down. Fincher said, "I offer everything to Brad, not because I'm pathetic, but because he's good for so many things." Both Brad and Ben have a default, affable setting. Neither wants you to be uncomfortable. Fincher has also been on record for saying he chose Ben Affleck because he came across as duplicitous. He once stated that if he was his wife, he wouldn't trust him. He said, "This is something that Ben is extraordinarily good at. When he has to hear somebody on the other end of the phone, it's kinda stunning. If I was his wife, I think I would be very suspicious, always of whoever just called." On the set of Gone Girl, Affleck said of Fincher, "He's the only director I've met who can do everybody else's job better than they could." One day on the set, Affleck decided to test Fincher. He changed the lens setting on a camera by an almost indiscernible amount, betting with a crew member that Fincher wouldn't notice the minute setting change. Affleck lost the bet, as Fincher noticed the difference straight away. He looked through the lens and said, "Why does the camera look a little dim?" So what do you think? Was Affleck unprofessional, or was Fincher being over fussy and should have just compromised over the baseball cap? Also, what do you think of Ben Affleck as an actor? It's just my opinion, but I've always felt that he was better behind the camera than in front of it. Gone Baby Gone. Now that's a great film. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and press that notification button if you'd like to be notified in the future when we upload videos.